Hi everyone, I'm David. I'm a wedding and portrait photographer from here in Melbourne, Australia. What I wanted to talk to you today is about a battery solution for the video on using these A-series cameras. I found that if I'm doing photography, the battery life is actually quite good. The area where it does start to drain is if I'm doing video. This weekend I'm doing my first fusion video at a wedding, so I thought I'd try something a bit different to see how it goes with having a battery solution, external battery solution. So what I got this battery from Varavon, I think it's called, and it's the mobile power supply, and it's the power pack, 7.5 volt, and also you can do 12 volt. This is for the A7S battery, but they use all the same batteries, so it will work quite fine in the A7R Mark II and the A7S. So I thought we'd have a look at it together. I haven't opened it up, it's just come today. There's also, as an extra, you've got the battery holder that will connect onto the camera. I'm probably going to have to get some other attachments though to hold this on. Oh no, there's actually a screw there, so it'll probably work. And there's also some little cable management bits that I've got as well. So I'll just open these up, you can have a look. I won't take both out, but you can have a look at one. And obviously you could just screw these into any of these areas like this, and then you could take that out, slide your wires through, and then clamp them down too. So great little idea. So I've got a couple of those. This here is hopefully going to hold the battery in place, and you have to screw that obviously onto somewhere onto the cage. It looks like it's got the typical mounting shoe for where you put onto flashes and stuff. So let me just undo that. Yeah, so I'm going to have to get another one of these shoe attachments to screw onto somewhere onto the actual unit itself, but that doesn't matter, we can talk about that later on. Now the actual unit, we'll have a look at what's inside. Again, instruction manual. This is the battery. I'm just going to grab everything out of the box so we can get rid of the box. Oops, just dropped down. Now, because I had to buy this from Hong Kong, it's come with the US adapters, I think, so I'll have to grab an adapter to charge it here in Australia, but that's not an issue. I'll just get a battery pack from somewhere. I'll just throw these out the way. This is the battery itself. Here we go. Alright, so that's come off. And in here there's another part. Not sure what these do yet, so I'll have to have a look. Okay, so I'll dump these on the floor and then we'll go and have a look and see how it goes. So what we'll do first, I'll just take out the old battery. So we'll put that down there. And then obviously this just goes on the inside, so you replace your battery that you've got in there. Now there is a little part at the back that folds up, so if that's out the way like that, then that will still close. Alright, so that comes out. Now having a cage, it's pretty good because it will sit inside the cage anyway. So that's how that battery part works. So now let's have a look and see how this connects. So I would say that, yeah, it does. This must attach onto here, and then you would then attach this device actually into the area on the back. Now the 7.5 volt, or there's 8.4 volt, that's where you charge it, I think, on that side. That's the in, that's the out. So I'm going to put on that into there like that, and then I'm going to make sure, now it's not going to work because it's not even charged, but I believe you put it on 7.5 volts. You can do a battery check. If you hold that down, you'd actually see the battery indicator, so it'd show you how much battery is actually on the unit itself on the back. Now the actual cage, oh here it is here. So I think you end up having to unscrew all this off. And then this will just go inside like that. You then clamp it down like this. Once you have the adapter that will fit on here, you could then put that to somewhere on the cage, depending on where you wanted to run it. I can take this off and stick it on the side there, so it sits there. You could even have it underneath if you wanted to put it underneath. Now, I believe that the batteries on the back will show as empty or full. I'm not sure. I just saw somewhere on the net. You have to actually check the back of this to see how much battery you've got remaining in the camera, and I believe it will run for about 6 hours, so it'll go a long time. You should get a day out of it anyway. So it gets rid of that battery limitation that you have with the camera. I suppose the only downside is it's a fraction more weight, but to be honest, it's not heavy at all. And it's a great way of getting around if you're shooting video over the battery limitations of the A-series cameras. Okay, what I thought I'd do is I've charged the unit up. I've actually set it up on the camera so I can show you how it looks when it's finished. You can see that there's quite a long cable. I suppose that could be because they do have the unit sometimes on a tripod, so it might be separate to the camera. I have put the cable basically into all these cable management, and I've also got a bit of Velcro that's holding it down on that side. I've decided to put it on this side of the cage. It doesn't have much weight at all. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, so I'm quite happy with it. Okay, so now to turn the unit around, I'll show you how you can turn it on. Now, if I hold that power button down, the light will come on. Once that light has actually come on, you can then use the button next to it here to check the actual battery voltage. Now, I've found that basically you can't trust whatever the voltage says on the back. I'll show that it's actually working, so it's working fine. You can't trust what the voltage on the back says. You actually have to go by what the batteries are actually saying across here, which really isn't a problem, so you know, it tends to work out fine. Yeah, so I'm really happy with how it looks. It's, like I said, it's not too much weight on the camera. It is a lot of cables, but I suppose that does give the advantage if you wanted to connect it to a tripod or something like that, so it can be off the camera. Yes, I'm really happy with that. The only thing I have noticed is that the battery indicator at the back is not relevant to what this is actually showing. It's showing 30%, but this is still on full. So I believe that you can ignore the battery indicator on the back of the camera and you just use this on the actual unit itself. Yeah, so I think it fits on really quite well. I'm very happy with it actually, and I'll see how it goes this weekend with shooting some video, so I'll keep you updated. That's all for now, and if you can, please support my page by liking it down below. And if you have any questions, just leave them down below too, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And I'll see you again for the next one. Bye.